All right, good morning. I'm here with Ryan Dawson. Very nice, a much awaited podcast, a much demanded cast since the last one we did on the Epstein files. Initially, this is going to be an Epstein podcast, but the war has happened. We are on day 6. It's inevitable that Ryan and I are going to talk about it. So,
Operation Epstein Fury.
Yeah, Operation Epstein Fury, Operation APAC Fury, Operation Epic Furry. Like whatever you want to call it, like the names are flying around. So it is 9 a.m. on Thursday morning, March 5th, day 6 of the war. I'm here with Ryan, and so all analysis is as of that time that you're going to hear it. We're going to be, so if you hear this a week, you're like, well, these guys are behind. Like, that's the time it is. So let's start. Now, the audience is fairly caught up on the political situation. I try and do military analysis. I know you're really good at military analysis as well. So just give us a rundown of the military situation as it stands now. You can start on the 28th and then proceed forward.
I mean, I guess just super briefly on the political situation, the U.S. is lying about everything. It was never about a nuclear program. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, that's standard.
But it is worth noting that under the guise of negotiations, they attacked again.
Yes.
I mean, that's just disgusting.
Yes, it's equivalent of killing under a white flag is what they did. That's how they got the Ayatollah.
Yeah. And I think he knew. He's like, look, if I go out to my house and act as bait, this is the window. They think, oh, he's above ground. We got him. And they preempted it. The Israelis went and they got him. And that was the dumbest thing. He's an 80-year-old man. He's not like a military strategist or anything. It doesn't really matter war-wise. Unified the country. He is a real martyr.
Yes.
This is how
in the very literal sense of the term. I mean, and real quick, what
usually
did you hear?
If someone is murdered, they say martyr. No, he actually got martyred.
Right. They sell martyr to kids that are blown up in buildings and stuff, but in reality, like that, those are martyrs too. I understand in their culture. But let me ask you this: I heard a rumor. I think it was, I just heard this rumor that, in fact, they had sent a phony diplomatic cable through Oman, and the Iranians had gathered in Khamenei's house, too. Like, that's where they got some of the other top leaders as well, like the defense minister and such. They're in his house. So that's killing under a flag of truce. That is murder under a flag of truce. So
very Jewish.
So yeah, it's not based on strength. I mean, that's important because Americans are retarded as we know, generally speaking, except for my audience, of course, and a few others. There's a small number of not retarded Americans, and we are speaking to them. But they understand that, like, most Americans think it's like super cool to do something like that, to do something real backstabby and Jewy like that, and then also but it doesn't show strength. It's not the strength of U.S. or Israeli intelligence. It's not the strength of our warplanes that did that. It was a trick. And the same with blowing up the frigate.
Negotiations too.
Nobody's ever going to trust us.
No.
Agreement incapable.
Right now, so like I'm in South Korea, for those, if anybody doesn't know.
Yeah.
They've asked to move the THAAD systems, those thermal high altitude interceptors, out of here over to protect Israel. Now imagine, like, okay, you put these here, which North Korea reacted to, and now you're going to take them away.
Yeah.
To protect Israel. Like, what your word is nothing.
Right.
Like, you're being an Indian giver.
Every state except Israel is feeling this, and even the Gulf Arab states, like, you got played so hard. Those fucking filthy retards in those states.
They got played almost. The only faction that got played harder than them is the Kurds. It's just in the nature of the Kurd to get used and betrayed.
Only group with more fell for it again awards than Magatards are the Kurds.
Yeah, anything lower than Kurds might be Magatards.
Yeah,
but they're like, Mike Rivera has this great saying. You go, the propaganda isn't designed to fool thinking people. It's designed to give fools an excuse not to think at all.
Yes,
that sums up MAGA. Like, you just tell them, "Oh, we got to get that they were about to build a nuclear bomb." No, they weren't.
Yeah. And then there's even worse is the so-called dissident right, which has decided to go from being anti-war and supposedly anti-Jewish to just like licking Zionist balls. And that's why I don't consider myself part of anything like that anymore. We're just independent. Independent podcast outlet now.
I said that about them the whole time.
Hey man, look, I'm going to say, like, only a few personalities that I ever associate with, and I regret it, man. Like, most of them, like Fuentes, I never associated with him. But these people, man, we're just independent podcasts now. We just do our own thing. So whatever, I'm not associated with any of that crap. I don't even call myself right wing. I don't call myself anything like that. So
for as much as he sucks, I think Fuentes is against the war in Iran. People like Spencer and all, they're just total Machiavellian, might makes right.
It's just he's also Richard Spencer's just a traitor that turned over emails of mine to the SPLC. So like everybody should bug him about that, and he's already been getting bugged about it, and he's been running away from chats because I put the receipts out there.
Low.
I put the receipts out there of like, hey, here's the emails the SPLC had. Here's the emails in my inbox where he was CC'd on. With the only other person on the email was me and my lawyer. So, like, I have potential.
You know how many other people he probably ratted on in Charlottesville?
Everybody. I've got goods on him, but maybe no one else does. But there's the evidence. So anyone ever being his friend, good luck. Anyway, let's talk about something important though. Let's talk about the war. So, I got some questions. I mean, would you just give your strategic rundown? I'll be quiet for a few minutes.
So what's happened is. God, where do you even start? All right, so they kill the Ayatollah, and all I can think, it's hard for me to understand them because I'm not retarded, so I don't think like they do.
Been racking my brains.
I think that they actually thought, because these are end-timer Christian holy roller, that if we kill the leader, Iran will collapse, like Bay of Pigs style, which didn't work either. And then there'll be an uprising, and we'll get regime change, we'll get a puppet government in, da-da-da-da. And there was no plan B for... Let's say we kill the Ayatollah and it doesn't collapse, and instead they start firing ballistic missiles and drones at everybody. Then what? They didn't have a backup plan. And that's exactly what Iran did. They hit the easiest targets, which are the ones adjacent to them that have the least amount of defense because they moved it over to protect Israel.
Right.
So first thing they did is they smacked Bahrain because Bahrain has these vertical like crane systems they used, and they all got destroyed. So those missiles are obsolete because they have no way of prepping them to fire. Then they took out a massive radar in Qatar, like $1 billion, and there was